Today, I'm showing you my up-to-date branded deck for climbing this very season all the way to Diamond. After that, I will also show you some gameplay so you really have a feel for the deck. So having a look at the deck, I do have to say I am missing two cards still. This Unicorn should be another Lubellion, and this Access Code should be another Guardian Chimera. I simply didn't have the materials for it, and I don't want to spend my last UR material when we have some new cards coming out in the near future as well. So now for the actual list, first of all, we have Triple Despian Tragedy. Now the reason for running 3 instead of the usual 2 is that I actually do want to draw this, and that's because this card pairs extremely well with Allure of Darkness. This build of mine essentially wants to just have as much gas as possible. Not only can I play through Ash and stuff like that, but I can also play through gigantic boards going second without necessarily opening something like Forbidden Droplets. This also lets me dig a lot better through the deck to potentially draw something like a Lightning Storm against some of the nasty Floodgate decks out there. So that's why Triple Despian Tragedy is extremely important, because it does help us with Allure, and it is also extremely good to fuse with Polymerization from our hand. So if we draw it and we're already playing, then we get into our Edge Imp package and so forth, get that Polymerization activated, this will still trigger. So it's just plussing upon plussing upon plussing. Next, for hand traps, I'm playing Triple Maxi because Maxi is broken, and Triple Ash because Maxi is broken. Next, I'm playing Triple Edge Imp Chain. Like I just said before, this deck is all gas, no breaks, and so when you are combining Edge Imp together with Despian Tragedy, together with Allure and the Patchwork package, you can basically play the game in this deck even when Branded Fusion gets ashed by your opponent. Beyond that, you will often make boards that are bigger than Mirror Jade Pass, which is of course also very good. It'll also allow you to make Guardian Chimera really easily going second, which is the easiest way to break boards. Next, I'm playing one Fairy Tail Snow. This is our light target for our Albion, and it also allows us to play through boards very easily. I also like to use this to banish something like my Lubellion when it gets impermed or veilered, because that way the Lubellion will still trigger, it won't be negated, and you basically had double value. Next, we have two Fallen of Albas. While I do really like this card going second into some decks, especially like the Mirror, it is still somewhat of a brick going first, and we already have quite a few bricky cards in this as well, so I really want to keep this at 40 with two Fallen of Albas. Next, we have two Aluber. Sadly, Aluber got semi-limited. This is also why I'm doing the update video right now, so you can kind of see what the deck might look like with Aluber at 2. This is still the best way to search for Branded Fusion or Branded in red. I know Branded Lost is an incredible card for going first, but again, I just wanted pure gas. I did not want to have like a bunch of cards that by themselves do nothing, even though yes, I fully respect how powerful it is together with Mercury and all of that. Really good card. Next, I'm playing one Dramaturge. Dramaturge has been crucial for me, not only because Aluber is now at 2, so Tragedy can sometimes run out of search targets. Since I'm a pure gas deck, I also really like the fact that when I start fusing from hand with Polymerization into Guardian Chimera, I now also get a huge body that can potentially disrupt even more. And then, of course, go for a clean OTK line. Next, I have one Albion. Now, this card might be a bit weird. People who like Albion in Branded usually like it because they pair it with something like Branded Sword, something like Mercury. They basically play the entire package rather than just an Albion, but I actually really like an Albion for multiple reasons. First of all, like I said before, this deck does really want to draw into its few starters that now were diminished because Aluber was put to 2 and Branded Opening was already put to 2 previously. So this makes it so our deck is 39 cards instead of 40, kind of like Upstart Goblin. However, more importantly, I have noticed that a lot of people are starting to play Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm is currently an incredible card because it deals with some of the best decks out there. Runic, Branded, Sword Soul, Flu. And so when everyone starts playing Lightning Storm, our deck is getting weaker. Our deck does not have Omni Negates, so when we have our big fusions on the board and we get Lightning Stormed, we really hurt. So I really want to get a Branded Opening into the graveyard. By playing an Albion, I now essentially have 3 ways to get a Branded Opening into the graveyard. So now I have a little bit more destruction protection when people start Lightning Storming my board. Next, we have the one Ad Libitum, which is of course the card with which we do the typical Guardian Chimera combo. If you don't know about that combo, just keep watching for the gameplay. Next, we have two Polymerization. Polymerization is the way we fuse manually, and it also gives some targeting protection to Guardian Chimera, which is something we really like because all the good Runic cards basically target. So they want to negate something, sorry, Guardian Chimera can't be targeted. They want to destroy, sorry, Guardian Chimera can't be targeted. The Runic decks in the TCG got around this issue because they were paired with Sprite, and Sprite Smashers is a form of removal that doesn't target. it. But with Sprite not being out yet, currently, Guardian Chimera is a great way to ruin a Runic player's day. Next, we have triple Allure of Darkness. Allure of Darkness is, like I said, the way we get going. Not only do we dig deeper into our starters, which is Aluber, Branded Opening, and Branded Fusion, but we also get to plus of it when we banish our Despian Tragedy. Next, we have 2 Patchwork. I would love to play 3 Patchwork. Honestly, whenever I open a hand that does not have access to the Patchwork Edge Imp engine, I kinda get sad inside. But I could not find a single slot I want to cut. I know some people would want to cut the Albion, but to me, it's just too important to not auto-lose to Lightning Storm, so I really wanted to have the Albion. So right now we're on 2 Patchwork, but if you find something you want to cut, put in that 3rd Patchwork. Next, we have triple Lightning Storm. Now this might be controversial. I know I've been a big fan of Cosmic Cyclone before, but right now I am on the Lightning Storm train. The best decks right now are Branded, Sword Soul, Runic, Mad Mech. And so basically almost all the top decks right now do not like to see a Lightning Storm to the face. If I could run 4, I would run 4 as well. Next, I'm playing triple Branded Fusion because, well, it's our main starter. It's the way we do all of our plays. Then 2 Called by the Grave because Maxi is broken and this deck does not like to face Ash. Crossout Designator is in here for the same reason, stopping Ash and Maxi. Now I know some people would like to see other cards in the deck like Imperm or Veiler or Nibiru to make Crossout even better, but to me that is not worth the 3 Lightning Storm slots that allow us to beat a lot of the best decks right now going second. Finally, 2 Branded Opening because it gets us into our Aluber and protects us from Lightning Storms, and the Branded in Reds, which are part of all the major combos. Now for the extra, I have 1 Dragos Tapelia. This is not a fusion I make very often, but it is a very nice oh shit button and I have appreciated quite a few times by now. Then 1 Titanic Lad. I'm gonna be real, this is usually just a send target, though it is a very good one and you do need one like this because sometimes you can send 2 things of Mirror Jade because you open the Branded in Red already, so then you can use your banish first, make a Chimera, use a banish again, and then having 2 good targets that both trigger their effects separately, so no 2 Albions basically, is very important. So whether it's Titanic Lad or Alba Lanados, whatever it is, it's fine. Just make sure you have some targets to send so that you can still trigger both of them and get your full plussing. Beyond that, Titanic Lad can also help out some towers. So, you know, if you want a way to beat over something relatively big, Titanic Lad can help you with that, into something like Adignister or something. Some people also play Starving Venom Fusion for this reason, that's fine too. Though Starving Venom is usually to make Super Poly live. Speaking of Super Poly, that's also a really good card. If you are extremely afraid of just a mirror, Super Poly is a broken option. But to me, the current meta is quite diverse at the top end, as in there's at least 4 really good decks you're gonna see often, which makes Super Poly not that worth it to me. Next, we have 2 Albion. This is usually gonna be the thing you send of Mirror Jade, but sometimes it will also be the way you get into fusing by sending your Fairy Tail Snow. Then I have 1 Quirites. This can help us out boards because it reduces attack. And then 2 Masquerade the Blazing Dragon. This is often gonna be the kind of board I make when my opponent Lightning Storms my back row and now I need to trigger the Branded in Red without actually having something good to Guardian Chimera from my opponent. So then I will often end on like a double Masquerade, and then I know they can activate 6 effects and then they're dead. Next we have 2 Mirror Jade. This is the boss monster of the deck. 1 Lubellion. Like I said, I wish it was 2. I would absolutely cut that unicorn and that access code for another Lubellion and another Guardian Chimera. But overall, 1 Lubellion has very rarely been an issue. Usually it's gonna shuffle itself back, and if you start shuffling back other fusions, that means it's probably gonna be the last turn. Then 1 Albalanadus, just something you can send away, and of course you can also wipe a Dragon Link board. 1 Guardian Chimera, again, I wish it was 2. 1 Verte. Sometimes you just brick hard and then you have like 2 things on board that don't do anything, and this might just get you into playing the game again. Honestly, it's more often that I turn my Edge Imp and some other garbage into this just to trigger my Edge Imp manually rather than actually using the Verte effect. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Then finally, Unicorn and Access Code. So that is my current Branded deck. Overall, I'm loving this list, feels very stable. So now let's go into some gameplay. So this hand is pretty good if our Allure gets us into, you know, a solid play. Hopefully an Aluber or a Branded Fusion, because ideally I don't want to have to use Tragedy to search a Lube, but it seems like we will have to, because this means we will not have Ad Libitum here. Yeah. So right here we need to search for a Luber. Activate a Luber to get ourselves branded fusion. And so since we already used Tragedy, we will not be able to search Adlib, which means we don't have 2 Mirror Jades essentially. I'm basically gonna be doing the basic combo. But I will still send a Tragedy here just because next turn when I activate Brandon in red, I can search follow-up with it. So that gives us Lubellion. And I will activate Lubellion, obviously. I'll discard Lightning Storm because that will not be coming up anymore. Now it's entirely possible there was a different line here. Where maybe I went for Albion instead to get Snow in here. Or something like that, but no, I don't think so. I think this was correct. Yeah, seems pretty good. So the weakest part about this setup overall is that right now I will have to use Mirror Jade's Banish first and then follow up with the Guardian Chimera after, and then their turn needs to end. And if it doesn't, we're in trouble. Unless the Maxi draws us into the Adlib, which would be incredible. Oh, this is even worse. So here we are basically forced to respond with the Brandon in red. So we're probably just gonna make a Quirites and call that a day, which is definitely unideal. But hey, they got the Duster, so they got the Duster. So yes, not Quirites. Sorry, we're gonna make Masquerade, I think. Though it might be Quirites. Quirites might be better. Not Stupelia, because that requires us to do Mirror Jade. Guardian Chimera doesn't have a target to kill, so... But 600 isn't really gonna burn much either. I do like how Blazing can come back to stop them from OTKing, so let's go with that. We're gonna use this, and we're gonna use this. Make ourselves a Blazing Dragon. And I'll put it in defense just in case they have Lightning Storm. Because we didn't open Branded Opening, they can now, you know, Lightning Storm and nuke our Mirror Jade. And since they already played Duster, that's like something they might be playing. Because I notice most people either don't respect the decks or like do and then they respect it hard. Like I don't often see just one Duster. So now let's just get a Luber, which will be, then again... We're gonna get Branded Fusion from Albion anyway, unless we really can't do anything with him. No, I think it's safer to just get a Luber, because even if we get Branded Fusion or Red from Albion, we can still allure the Luber away. There goes the Raigeki, though putting this in defense here doesn't really do anything then, that's wild. So I think I wanna activate the Mirror Jade. Just to get the Albion in grave here. Just for the follow-up. If they can't do the OTK, at least we got this. But doesn't look great here. So I'm going to be banishing my own Masquerade, which is not the end of the world, because we can shuffle it back with Lubellion. But yeah, pretty sad. And at least by banishing that and not Mirror Jade, now I can use Mirror Jade's wipe effect. So if he can't kill, too bad for him. Patchwork, okay. That's interesting. So it is a branded deck. Branded Despia can probably OTK unless they got a really weak hand here. It's interesting that they... Oh, I think that's a weak hand. I don't think I play a Link one. So oh yeah, that is a really weak hand. Wow. That is pathetic. A set. I don't know what that set could be, honestly. We want a branded fusion here, and we don't want to set it, just in case it's a Cosmic Cyclone or something. You never know. Do I want to blow stuff up, though? That'll just give him more. But yeah, I do. I think Edge Imp adding is like the least of our worries. We should just try to kill now. Okay, let's hope we like draw some weak dark now so we can allure it away. That would be really clean. Oh! That's exactly what we needed here. Okay, so let's just allure the Albion away. So hopefully we can draw a Lightning Storm. Well, that's not a Lightning Storm. But that's okay. Assuming there's not something weird like Torrential Tribute, we should have OTK here. So I think what I want to do is add the big guy, Fog Dramaturge, to my hand. Special summon it? No. Because I want to fuse with it later. Is the thing. Yeah. Because like he really helps OTKing. Even despite what the set card might be. So we add our Patchwork from Edge Imp. Okay, now let's activate Patchwork right here. Gonna add a Poly and an Edge Imp. Okay, let's now do a Luber and get ourselves a Branded in red. Okay, so we don't have anything in grave here right now. I might want to just Poly here into Guardian Chimera, popping this, and then Branded Fuse, and that's game. Yeah, okay, let's go for that. So we Poly into the Guardian Chimera, because we have one on field. So it's gonna be the Dramaturge, one Maxi. I doubt we'll need more than the one we already have in our hand. Put this in here. The chains kind of matter here. I'm gonna assume he doesn't have a Solemn Judgment set or anything like that. So I'm gonna do Guardian Chimera last in case it's like a weird floodgate, but it's very unlikely, like Tikaboo or something, I don't know. Forbidden Droplet, okay. Having the attack. There's an argument for Branded in redding the Guardian Chimera here. But then Droplet would just hit the next thing I do. Oh, but the next thing can't attack directly, so maybe that's fine. This is a tough one. I think there's definitely an argument for Branded in redding here. Yeah, I think I'll chain Branded in red. And I'll probably make a Stapelia out of this. Might be Edge Imp. And we can't get to keep our follow-up. So now the Droplet will hit this, and then the Guardian Chimera should still resolve. I'm running out of time because I'm trying to explain while also playing. Okay, we select one card to destroy, it's just the Droplet, no big deal. And then Dramaturge will still come out. And then Branded Fusion. Lubellion won't be able to attack, but that's not the end of the world. The only thing we play into now is Nibiru. If he has Nibiru, okay, GG. So let's activate this. Let's discard Snow. Let's activate this. Okay, Tragedy adds us the ad-lib. Then his effect will make a Mirror Jade. And now with Fairy Tail Snow we have a game on board. So right now we'll go to battle, because Fairy Tail Snow can come out even when nibbed. Oh, yikes. Oh, wow. What are the odds of that? Yeah, I mean, I guess we're getting nibbed. Wow. I even called that. I said the only thing we die to is nib. I didn't think they would actually nib us here. That's crazy. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, we'll activate this though. Like, they don't have that much left. And we got Maxi and Ash and Snow, so should be fine. Let's end phase here. Wow, that's impressive. Okay. I mean, next turn we have OTK. They have 3 cards to play with now, and we know for a fact they have Poly and Edge there, right? Oh, Patchwork, sorry. We know they have Patchwork and Poly. Yeah, I guess we Ash Dad? No, we don't. We don't. There's no way we Ash Dad. Like, if they have Branded Fusion or any Branded Fusion-esque starter, we need to stop that. You know, this token here will take care of the rest. A Kaiju? Really? They play a Kaiju. Wow, that's impressive. Okay. Okay, I mean, we're winning here. Like, there's no way we're not winning here. So, but a Kaiju, that's crazy. This person is running a lot of weird cards, like Kaiju, Raigeki, Duster. Okay. Okay, fine. A really solid hand we've got going here. And they just were given the option to activate something, so they probably have Maxi. So, we'll see about that. Patchwork. Let's get that Edge Imp going. Huh? Oh, Labyrinth. Whoa. Okay. Okay, so they got Welcome Labyrinth, but it doesn't matter because we got Ash. So that'll be fine. They also gave up 2 cards to do that, so... Oh, the Backjack kinda hurts, though. Okay, so let's see what Backjack gives them. Order was changed. Okay, that's great for us. So we'll activate Branded Opening. Okay. Gonna activate a Backjack right here. I do not want to Ash that because I want to Ash Welcome Labyrinth. Compulse, ooh, that hurts a lot. That is an actual issue, the Compulse. God, what are we discarding? I really want to keep the Imp. I want to keep the imp to manually make something. I'm giving up Maxi. I hate this though. We're gonna get branded fusion. Okay, and we're going to bait out compulse here. If they don't use the compulse here, they're getting Guardian Chimera out on the compulse. And they can't target a Guardian Chimera. Because Poly will be in grave. So. Yeah, so now we got Ash for Welcome to the Labyrinth. And the compulse will be gone. Okay, so this is getting us our ad-lib, because we do want that for the main combo still. The Edge Imp gets us our patchwork. And Chimera draws us cards. And then we blow up the compulse. Okay. So now we can Branded Fusion. We will just do our clean Lubellion play. Send away Tragedy and an Albaz out of deck. I will discard Albaz because I want to keep the double Ash. I want to keep Frightfur for next turn, and then I want to keep the Ash because I want to use it next turn, and then also Welcome to the Labyrinth. So we're going to use the Lubellion and then put an Albaz back to deck. We can put it in attack because Lightning Storm will not be active because opening is in grave. I mean, they'll be active, but we can stop it from happening. Now, the only issue is that I do not have a monster target to kill, so I will actually give up my Ash here. Just so I can set the Branded in red of the Albion. It is what it is. I do want to keep Guardian Chimera, because like if they're playing, we first of all want to kill, because like in the long term we will die. But also if they play like weird targeting stuff like compulse and so forth, I wanna have something that's just really annoying to out. And I also don't know the Labyrinth cards that well, so I don't actually know if they have like non-targeting removal or anything like that. Sorry for that. You know, I'm not the biggest Labyrinth player. But at least we have the Ash for the welcome, which is good. And then rest of the setup is fine. We have strong follow-up in Branded in red with Tragedy and this. So we don't have a second Chimera. That's now really coming up. Like again, in my build, ideally I should have Extrav. Oh, I wish I could stop welcome here. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm ashing that. Kinda yikes. If you're a Labyrinth fan, let me know if that's an issue. I don't actually know if the value of welcome is bigger than something else. I will use Branded in red here because oh, I should have chosen a Luber here. Damn, yeah, so I should have chosen a Luber because I want to specifically bring back my Mirror Jade with my Adlib. And so since those two are going to be fused off, that Tragedy should have just been a Luber. Like, that's just straight a misplay on my end. I wasn't really thinking about it. Because while I'm explaining, I'm also playing slower and my timer will probably run out at some point. Okay, but at least we have a Stapelia to nuke whatever they bring. At least, like, negate it, you know. And then next chain, bring out a Mirror Jade. Okay, so that stops their Extrav. And then next chain, ad-lib. Can bring back a Mirror Jade. Just another welcome. Okay. Another backjack. Let's see what they find on top now. We do have exact lethal on board. Oh no, it's over lethal actually, my bad, yeah. 1000 over lethal, which is pretty clean. The field spell. Oh, so that's non-targeting removal, okay. We do have branded opening, so we're fine. Okay, so we just make one more little guy. Though that thing is just gonna summon something, it'll be negated, then gotten rid of. Opening stops the destruction, and then we just kill, right? So, should be fine. We should be able to just OTK through it, unless of course the backjack now gives something actually good. So we'll see about that. Okay, so that's another destruction that we will actually need to stop. Okay, so we'll just let that happen. It'll summon something. Oh yeah, and they'll try to use the destruction twice. Yeah, so they'll first waste my opening, and then they'll try to use this. Okay, so we're gonna try to get Lady gone here. So they can't target Chimera, but they can target, you know, these other ones. They're gonna probably target Stapella so that I can't do anything on this. Yep. So they're killing Stapella. If I branded opening here, what does that do for me? Nothing. So I'll just let that happen. Okay, so banish that. So we're going to special summon a Fiend. So this is where another Guardian Chimera once again would have been huge. Like we would have already been through everything by now, because I could have just Chimera'd popped before doing anything else. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, maybe it's time we start actually playing the game here, though. Let's send Tragedy. Let's get this. We're not special summoning it. Nope. And then Tragedy will in the next chain activate, getting me a Luber. So yeah, the second Guardian Chimera, once again, would have been gigantic here. But alas. Literally playing the game on hard mode. Let's see here. So, if I poly here... Oh, I can Branded Fusion shuffle away Chimera. That might unironically, like, I know it sucks, but that might be the cleanest way to win here. Make a Lubellion, shuffling away Guardian Chimera, so I can then poly. Yeah, I gotta take some really stupid lines just to Okay, so we're gonna activate Lubellion. We're gonna send away Edge Imp. So yeah, we just make a big Titanic Lance just to get our Guardian Chimera back into the deck here. And then I'll activate Poly. Just to make a Guardian Chimera. So this, and then this guy because he can't attack, and then this guy because he's small. So I'll activate this, and I'll activate this. Yup. Yeah, so Guardian Chimera was just gonna pop, Dramaturge comes out, big OTK. So yeah, again, like this would have been cleaner with just having another Guardian Chimera, obviously, but we got there in the end. So I hope you found this interesting. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.